feet off on the steepest part of the hill. 6, 5, yeah, it will actually stop. Will it? Oh, hang on.
Hello again YouTube, and welcome back to Just Get a Tesla. I got quite a lot of interest on the last video that I did about regen braking on steep hills, but there were questions asked about which mode was I in. So I've come back here to Crivy and we're going to do a bit of testing. So I'm going to go down this road, around this hairpin, and then disappear off down towards the bottom. And we're going to do it in every regen mode there is: creep, roll, hold, and see what difference it makes. And meanwhile, behind me, the beautiful place of Crivy up here in Scotland on an absolutely beautiful day.
Okay, so we are at the top of the hill, ready to make the first run. So we're going to do all of the settings. So at the moment, we've got stopping mode in creep, and that, as it says, means that we will move slowly when the pedals are released. I tried this once and it was okay. If going down a hill that's as steep as this one with your feet off the pedals is okay, but let's see how we go. Some mega bumps getting out of this car park. Ground clearance could be an issue potentially on some bigger bumps. So onto the hill. So I'm just giving it enough to keep going, and we're doing 9 miles an hour, feet off, and just letting the car roll and see what happens. So this is a 17% hill, at least initially back there, and then it gets steeper. And on the inside of the hairpin down here, it's a lot steeper. So we're going down at, still at 9 miles an hour, 10. I think it's going to creep forward a little bit on speed, but hopefully nothing more than that. 11, still going down. And this is really unnerving. There's something about a hill this steep and your feet off all the pedals that feels completely wrong. But it is holding the speed really nicely. Now, I'm not actually sure that this is going to be acceptable around here, so I am on the brake now because we need to be at walking pace around here because you can't see what's coming. But I'm going to take the foot off now. So 10 miles an hour, 11, and it's still holding. 12. Yeah, this is okay. So again, feet completely off the pedals, just letting the car roll downhill on regen, and it feels wrong, but it's okay. And then onto the brakes now, because we have to spin the car around. Now, this has got the worst turning circle I've ever had on any car, and yes, that is the seawall with a complete drop off the edge, but that was okay. Let's go back up the hill and try on a different mode. You really can tell going up just how steep this is. I mean, we are going straight up and just looking at the sky and nothing else. And then on the inside of this bend, I mean, I don't know how tight that is, how steep that is. It's very tight and it's very steep. I don't know why he didn't just wait there for me to turn in so that he could go past. Okay. Ooh, it's tight into the car park if you want to avoid the worst of the potholes. Okay. That one, on the next one. Okay, we're ready for run 2. So creep mode. Creep mode was good. Creep mode held it nice and steady at a sensible walking pace as we went down the hill. So let's go to the far end of the scale and go to hold. Now, I know when I first tested this in my driveway, which goes downhill, that to go slightly backwards downhill, I had to have my foot on the throttle. Let's see what this is like. So on paper, when I take my foot off the throttle, the car should completely stop. And it has. And it's even put hold on. So, okay, I suspect, I think, at least, that as we go down here, hang on, let's slow back to the same speed, about 10 miles an hour. So, 10, 11 miles an hour, which is what I was doing before. So, if I take my foot off, yep, it's just slowing down. What that does mean is that as we go down this steep hill, it is slowing down. It's not slowing down as quickly, but it is slowing down. But you've got the really weird sensation, and it does feel weird, of having to put your foot on the throttle pedal to make you slow down a hill, which feels completely different and completely wrong if you've been driving for a while. So again, feet off on the steepest part of the hill, 6, 5, yeah, it will actually stop. Will it? Oh, hang on. No, 3, 2, 1. Okay, yes, it will actually stop. Will it? Nearly 1 mile an hour. I can feel it. Yes, it's just stopped there. So on the steepest part of the hairpin, which is seriously steep, in hold mode, it will literally stop you. That's impressive. I mean, it's probably slightly pesky if you want to actually do things like maneuvers, but it is impressive. So it's really easy now to roll down the hill in hold mode, but again, I'm having to put my foot on the throttle to go slowly down the hill, which feels completely wrong. Hold on. Foot on the throttle to go towards the sea wall. That counts. Why am I doing this? Reverse. Yeah, then you have to really put your foot on the gas to make it go. Sorry, gas. You know what I mean. You really have to put your foot on the throttle to make it go backwards. So let's go back up to the top and let's try it in roll mode. And after what it's just done to me on hold mode, I think I know what's going to happen, and I think it's going to not be pretty. This doesn't work at all. When it's on hold and you're trying to do little maneuvers, it literally just stops as soon as you take your foot off, which isn't ideal if you want slow speed maneuvers and you're used to having it so that you're on the brake. That just feels completely wrong. Okay, let's get us back into the bay and then we'll have another go. Okay, are we ready for this? Roll mode. Roll when pedals are released. Now, when it says roll, does it mean literally death roll towards the hairpin, crash, burn, die? Or does it just mean a little bit more release than we were getting in creep mode? There's only one way to find out. So we'll come out of the car park and we're going to do the same as we did on the last couple of runs, around 10 miles an hour. So, okay, I'm at 10. Okay, it's not holding that much. Sorry, it's not rolling that much. So, going along at 10, 11, 12, I'm actually having to put my foot on the throttle a little bit to keep it going there. So, 9 miles an hour. So again, this is the same as it did in creep. So it's creeping slowly down the hill. And it's not doing anything else. So it's got the same level of speed hold effectively as we had in creep mode. So creep mode and roll mode on this basis are kind of the same thing. And to be honest, this is much better than hold mode was, where I'm having to put my foot on the throttle to make it slow down, if you're following me, which felt completely unnatural. So we're going to just try this now. I'm actually going to brake as I go around here to slow it down to almost nothing. So let's get it down to sort of 4, 3, 2 miles an hour, and then I'll release the brake. Oh, okay. It speeds up again fairly quickly, but then it holds me back to here. So let's do the same thing again. Let's slow the thing almost to a stop, 3, 2 miles an hour, and then release the brakes, and we speed up. But we don't speed up any faster than 9 miles an hour, maybe 10. Okay. So that is still controlled, even if it starts to run away from itself a bit at the beginning. So that's actually fairly simple. And it's giving me quite a bit of confidence. Okay. Then we'll go back up the hill and wrap this up. It is a pretty place though, Crivy.
So what did I take from that test? Well, for me, hold mode, where the car stops completely as you take your foot off the throttle, that just feels wrong. I know that gives you the pure one pedal drive mode, but just to me, it feels really strange having to apply a bit of power to creep. Not ordinarily, you know, I'm used to driving automatic cars with, you know, any kind of gearbox, and that's not really how it works. Unless you're in a manual transmission, I suppose, and you're having to slip the clutch as well, maybe. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on hold mode. For me, roll mode is, I can see the issue with that in that the car just starts to roll a little bit more than you might want it to, which is why I've got it on creep most of the time. That, I think, is the best compromise between the three modes, and it did really well on these hills. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. The more subscribers I've got, the more of these crazy videos that I can do. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you again soon.